Now on to our next story. A cat is purring. I love that cat. That cat is adorable. But there's also more important news. Breaking news. Not breaking. The cat purring was breaking news. I love Patchy to death. She's the only reason why people watch this. But Venom. What was that?
Nothing.
Okay. Venom actually made $80 million in its debut weekend. I'm going to see what it's doing. Actually, Tristan, can you see the Venom box office numbers right now as of this recording? Because it's not its debut weekend anymore. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, though, and we're talking about this, is because there was a lot of negativity surrounding the film. A lot of people, including myself, were like, you know what? It's going to be entertaining, but I don't think people are going to want to watch it. That was my thought. And the reason why I said that is because I didn't want to say that the movie was going to be terrible, but making it PG-13 meant that a lot of people who were diehards who wanted to see the original rated R version, because it was going to be rated R originally, Tristan, but then it got bumped down to PG-13, which meant that certain scenes were removed, or certain CG was changed, or certain shots were changed. So people didn't seem to like that. So I thought, oh, those people won't show up. And the other thing that I thought as well is, as a rated R film, yes, people went to see Daredevil, so I didn't think that rated R would be, the thing that would cut people off. But I didn't know if more kids would go to see it if it's PG-13 either. Because again, I didn't know. Like, yes, you could arguably take your kid to a PG-13 movie potentially easier than you could a rated R film. But I do know some people who went to see Deadpool and they were underage. Some family that I had that was like, I don't know if you guys should be seeing Deadpool, but the parents took them. So, can't do anything about it. So I don't know if rated R would have taken away from Venom personally, but apparently PG-13 didn't, because it made $80 million in its opening weekend, which then secures a Venom 2, despite the fact that even critics were like, nah, not good. Like, critics were panning this movie. People like myself who were fans of Venom, who were fans of comic books, were like, I don't know, right? But apparently it made $80 million. So a bunch of people did go to see it. Now, right. I will look up its budget to see if that's if it is like, obviously 80 million is good, but I do wonder what its budget was. So I'll check that in a second. But oh, by the way, it actually it topped the previous October premiere weekend's record, which was 2013's Gravity. Didn't realize it actually got a record in its opening weekend, but it did. So, Tristan,
looks like we're up to about 100 million.
Okay, so we're
million 100.
Yeah. So apparently that must mean that people clearly love Venom so much, which they do. I love Venom. Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to give money towards a movie that I believe might be entertaining but mediocre, and more importantly, has nothing to do with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which means that in about 3 years, I can bet you money, not 3 years, probably in the next 5 years, Marvel's going to have their own Venom, and this movie will be irrelevant. Yes, they could technically move on with Venom 2, but I don't even think a Venom 2 would make this hero, this version of Venom, any more solidified in the Marvel Universe just because there's 2 Venom movies, Right. There were 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies. Granted, those had a lot of issues, especially the second Amazing Spider-Man. But there were 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies, and you know what Marvel said? Yeah, we're going to get Holland. We're just going to do that. And Sony, you're going to work with us. And they did. And they got Holland. And even though I I think the numbers were low for Homecoming. I don't know if Homecoming's box office numbers were better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't remember that. But people loved Homecoming a lot more than they loved Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
That's just the the case.
I loved Homecoming.
I loved Homecoming. So that's the thing, dude. I'm not trying to shit on Venom. I'm trying to say over and over, it probably is an entertaining movie. But, Tristan, are you going to go see Venom?
Personally, I might not.
And I'm not either. This is the thing. No. I want to see it, but I don't know if I want to pay a full ticket price to go see it.
Right. The thing with me, I would go see it with somebody. If you want, if we want to make that plan, sure. But, yeah.
Thursday.
Sure.
Wait, it's 6... Wait, how much is your theater again? $6, right? Or is it $8?
8, yeah.
Ooh, I have to see what else is playing. Because there might... No, because, like, for $8, Venom isn't the worst, actually. But, again, to pay... Because, remember, I'm from New York, which is, by the way... I love Tom Hardy's New York accent. Have you seen the trailers, Tristan?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I have seen one.
Because we never got to talk about them on the air because you were gone for that bit, and I didn't want to talk about them without you. So we didn't talk about it. Let's see here. The budget was 110 to 116 million.
Mm.
And the box office numbers, granted, this might be like worldwide, so the numbers could be a bit lower in how much they actually raked in versus how much money was made overall. But it shows that the box office is 466.5 million they've made. So, and that's just listed on Wikipedia. So that seems to be the most recent number. And yeah, so I'm not saying the movie's bad. It shocked me because as someone who wants this character to matter in the grand scheme of things, I don't know if I feel comfortable watching this and then knowing I'm going to be watching another Venom movie in the next 5 years. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, that's... You see what I'm saying? Like, because that's where... Like, if the next... If Spider-Man Homecoming was another Sony movie, would you have seen it? If Spider-Man wasn't in the Avengers, would you have seen it? Because that would have been the next... That would have been the third reboot. Within 15 years or so? Or less?
Right.
Because from Spider-Man 3, which was... I'm going to look that up right now. But either way, because Spider-Man 3 was in... Oh, God. All I can think of is the scene where Peter's walking down the street looking like he's from My Chemical Romance. Spider-Man 3 was 2007. So that was 11 years ago. And then Amazing Spider-Man 2 was... Oh, God. 2014? Maybe? Let's see. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I think so.
It's 2014. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a 7-year gap. And then it got rebooted again.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man appeared in... I'm just going to type in Civil War. I'm going to type in Avengers Civil War just to see. Because I could... In 2016. So 2 years after Amazing Spider-Man, in that way, we get a reboot.
Right. So
within a 9-year gap... Well, no, not technically a 9-year gap, but actually a 9-year gap. 9-year gap, we have 2 reboots. That's a thing. So,
yeah.
but again, that's him being in Civil War. If he was in Homecoming and there was no reboot, that would have been 10 years. But still, in 10 years, you have 3 different versions of the same character.
Right. Although I think they've finally gotten it right.
No, they have, right? But I'm saying that if it wasn't even if Venom is 100% right, even if everyone's like, no, that's the Venom that I need to see, that's the Venom that all of us need to see, that is the best Venom I've ever seen. Even if people say that, I don't think that means that Marvel's going to bring him in. Because remember, this is a Sony movie. Marvel has nothing to do with this. There's no Tom Holland cameo as far as I've heard. So there's no Spider-Man cameo. Venom's entire story was made without Spider-Man, despite the fact that in the comics, they're both intertwined. So, Venom without Spider-Man, and I don't think that Marvel's going to be like, you know what, he did so well in the box office, we care about money more than we care about the character being ours. I know that money is what talks, and corporations care about money more than anything usually, but in this case, I think Disney, because of how much money it has... and it generates on a daily basis, they look at 80 million and they're like, that's cute. We could have maybe made more. You know? Like, and we're not going to bring him into our fold just because you guys made him and he made money. You see what I mean? It's a sad thing to think about, but like, if you saw this with me, which I'm not saying that we shouldn't, I'm just saying that if you saw this with me, and we enjoyed it, how would you feel within the next 5 years if Disney comes out with their own Venom movie? Because it's going to happen. It's not I don't think it's up for discussion. I'm not saying that, well, obviously we're doing a podcast, so of course we can discuss. But what I'm saying is I don't think it's like a crazy debate like, but will they or won't they? It's like, no, they're not going to accept this Venom. Like, do you? I mean, if you think they will, okay. But like, I don't. Do you think they'll accept this Venom, Disney, and they'll take this Venom in, and we're gonna have Tom Hardy as Venom for the next like 10 years?
I
You see what I mean?
I don't know. Probably
That's
not, but
that's what I'm saying. Like the way, like, because when I see these movies, I think, oh my god, it's so cool to see them. We have fun, but because there's an extended universe, because this is a Marvel film. Like if this was a random movie that had a superhero in it, I wouldn't be thinking the same way. I wouldn't be like, but how is he going to be? What about the greater franchise? No, I just want to see the movie and have fun, right? But in this case, I know because I've been arguably burned before, especially looking at the DC side of things, how many times we've had Batman adapted in some way or another. You know, at least with the Nolan movies, we didn't know about there being an extended universe yet. But now, from the looks of it, and we might actually talk about this overall next time, the next episode of Keikaku Corner, but it seems like Henry Cavill is officially out. And so is Affleck.
right.
So they're going to have to recast those characters. They might even have to reboot the entire damn universe.
Oh,
Other than Wonder Woman, of course.
yeah.
But you see what I'm saying, though? Like, that's rough. And that would make me not want to go see the next Superman movie. Unless they did it right. You know? Which, okay. But you see where I'm coming from, though, Tristan. Like, as someone who's been burned, that's why I'm like... I don't... Because I know... Because Tristan comes from...
Maybe Superman will take, a page out of Goku's book, since that's what seems to be going on with the new Broly movie. Maybe Superman will come in and he'll be the newest Super Saiyan.
That would be wonderful. I'd love it. He'd use the Chaos Emeralds to do it.
Oh my god!
I'd love it. But no,
that's a different movie, Matt.
That's a different...
That's coming out next year.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, that one got delayed. Yeah. No, but the thing is, because I know that your perspective on everything is, I just want to have fun. So if it's fun, then that's awesome. And I know that's where you come from, like, just when it comes to movies, like, oh, I just want to have fun. And I do too. I just don't want to, if I'm paying, if it's on Netflix, it's a different story, right? But if I'm paying money to go see it directly, I would feel gypped if it's like, don't worry, you'll be seeing a different version in the next 5 years. You know? That's why I feel gypped.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. But I will say, though, I'll be fair. If there are no movies playing that we would want to see next Thursday, if I am in town, which I should be, we can go see Venom. And we'll talk about it on the show.
Okay.
But what I want to know is, have you guys seen Venom? I want to know what you guys think about Venom. Have you maybe seen it twice? Because that could also be a thing as well. People have seen... That's one of the reasons why Avengers got like $1 billion. There were people that were like, yeah, it's my 5th time seeing it. That also could be the case as well. A bunch of people saw it again and again and again because they really love Venom, like I do. So tell me, do you think this was also accurate to Venom? Do you think the PG-13 the rating hurt it? Oh, and also, are you going to be hyped for Venom 2? Because I've heard of the after credit scene. I'm not going to say what it is on the podcast, but I've heard what it is. Venom 2 might be very interesting. So either way, would love to hear what you guys have to think in the comment section down below.